Hi, it's Bernie Slavin. Thanks for joining me on Facebook and YouTube Live. Let me see, I'm trying to get this right here on the YouTube. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks as always to the sponsors, GRS Installation, Heroes and Legends, Smith and Friends Estate Agents, Dovecot, Cleveland Systems Engineering, Advanced Utility Solutions, TGM Cars, and Cornerstone Business Solutions. So the team today, there was changes yet again. That's part of the process now. We expect changes irrespective of how players are performing. But we went there today, down to Plymouth, who we know are second bottom of the league, noted for conceding goals for fun, not scoring a great deal, and fighting for their lives, even this early. Well, Carrick picked Saul Brennan goal, so there was no Dieng in the squad, even in Burnley. How did that happen? Yeah. Saul Brim remained in goal. I thought that was the right decision. Borges and Dick Steele were the full-backs, Vandenberg and Edmondson and the two centre-backs, Edmondson. McGree on the left, Doak on the right, Hackneyhausen central midfield, the Zaz and Conway up front. On the bench was Glover, Belazer, Clark, Latilaf, Bazog, Jones, Gilbert and Hamilton. So, we have no divine right to go to a team that's huffing and puffing, struggling. We know we score goals against any company, but we concede goals as well. For the duration of the game, it was end-to-end stuff. A neutral would have been looking, thinking, this is a great game. There was mistakes galore, there was goals galore, there was entertainment galore. A neutral watching, if you'd have said to a neutral who was watching today, what team's sixth in the league chasing a promotional place at the end of the season and what one's fighting for their lives, you wouldn't have been able to separate them. As I say, both had similar traits, good going forward. Their deliveries from the wide positions were far better than us. A lot of our big players didn't perform, and you know what? I've said for years since McGree had returned, since McGree played for us, I'm a fan of his. Well, I ain't so much a fan these days. Today, I had to check if he was actually on the park before he got the hook. I never seen him. I never heard his name get mentioned. Seriously, not in it at all. And some of the big boys didn't perform. And Azaz never got a shot off in target. He'd one wild effort. He wasn't really at the races. Doak was smothered for the majority. Disappointing. I mean, look at them. Get into today's game, they'd conceded 42 goals. So, needless to say, a team of us who are an attack-minded side are going to score. But we went behind 3 times and we came back 3 times. A one draw, a 1 point each. Not the end of the world, but not great when you consider there's 2 teams with games in hand over us. If they won, I think Watford, if they won, they go above us. And whoever else is it West Brom? West Brom, they can go level with. So we made hard work here, without a doubt. I mean, first half, first 15 minutes, they couldn't get the ball off us. We didn't do it with it, we just kept possession. But I thought, oh, we're going to... Anyway, they took the lead. Second half, we came out. Bit better, but they get better as well. And I don't think we've any room for complaint. A draw, I think, is a fair reflection on the performances of both teams. Who's happiest? Probably neither. Rooney wanted 3 points. Carrick certainly wanted 3 points. But if we're serious about being championship, well, getting promotion and getting in that top 6, we need to beat teams like Plymouth. I think that's the be all and end all. I mean, some of the goals, dear goodness. They were winning, but I say their service for left and right. Teams know now our main source of creativity is from the right, down that right side. The left, nothing. As I say, McGree, non-existent. Borges caught early doors for the goal. But creative-wise, down that left, nothing. Zilch. And teams and opponents must see that now and go, if you stop the right, they don't function. And that was the case. We didn't function. As I say, Johnny Howson's goal came in, excuse me, He's hit it and it's went through the lad's legs, took a wee deflection, went in. Fine, good. Hackney, inside right, is bobbled about. He's hit it. Keeper's parried it straight into his pass. He says, thank you very much. And then Latty Laugh came off the bench and scored a good goal. Latty Laugh on the bench, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Do you know what I think? I think the more I see him on the bench, the more that he's out the door. I genuinely believe that. You cannot keep Latty Laugh, knowing there's people sniffing around him, you cannot keep putting him in the bench. Scored the winner last week. He's on the bench today. He comes off the bench, scores again. He did more than 10, 15, 20 minutes than Conway did the majority. Definitely need a new left back. Right, we'll go. Yeah, that's for Matthew. Right, I'll track back. So, Borough fans, are you happy with the point? Are you disappointed with the point? What about the goals we conceded? Matt Scott says, not the Christmas cracker we were looking for, Bernie. Poor on our left side. I've just mentioned that in the first half. Left side doesn't function right. Jamie Lissett says, frustrating one to have struggled so much in the game, but a point after going down 3 times is a positive. There's always positives, but you're playing one of the worst teams in the league. Wayne Rooney's under severe pressure. He's brought in Mike Phelan, a guy we were talking about bringing in when Carrick first took the job. I knew it was never going to happen, but anyway, he's went there and I think they won last week and they've done well a day. But you would not, if you were a neutral watching it, if you're an honest Borough fan, not a blinkered one or a sycophantic fool, if you watched the game today, you wouldn't have been able to separate who's the team that's in the top 6 and who's the team that's the bottom 2. You may be able to separate them. That for me tells its own tale. Need to strengthen at the back. Reinforcements needed in January. Definitely need a new left back. You know, I keep hearing all the, what about Edmondson? Get him signed. Hey, Edmondson's a good player. By the way, he was lucky to get away with a penalty today. If the shoe was another foot, the Borough fans would be not nams. The lad went past him inside right, and Edmondson's foot went in the turf, but in front of the lad as he's going to get his shot off, and he fell. I've seen him given, I've seen him not given. But Edmondson, I'd want a left winger before I want Edmondson signed. I mean, he's on loan and he's done well, the lad. I'm not knocking him. But we're well stocked here. We've got Fry, we've got Lenihan, we've got Vandenberg, Clark. How many centre-halves do we need? How many centre-halves do we need? So would you not rather invest in a left winger? We've not got a left winger. Big Berzog comes on, he plays in the left. McGree, as I say, non-existent today, dear me. And I had to really seriously ask myself, did I get this team right? Is he on here? And then he got the hook. Schoolboy defending Martin Johnson. Well, I think that's been a theme throughout the season. Norman, shoot high, Norman. Therefore, taking unfortunately bad result. That, pal. Happy Christmas to you both. Cheers, Norman, you and your missus and your family. Happy Christmas. Chris Andrews says, what a joke. The rotation of this squad is not working. We're going to lose Latty and Jones and Doak. We need to think careful once again. Late changes. Very changes were late. But Latty Laugh come off the bench, scored a smashing goal. Looked Sharp's attack. But as I say, the more I see Latty Laugh on the bench, the more I think he's gone. And I say, I'm not privy, but I just think the only way to sweeten them up is to say, look, you're playing every game. You do the business, you stay in the team. Latty Laugh's full of energy, but I'm thinking it's more to do with, I want to impress the other guys because I want to make sure I get this move now. I nearly got it in the summer. I'm definitely going to get it in January. Leeds looks spot on for promotion, top 6, and that's the Lottery Borough v Burnley final. Not the result we wanted before the start of the game, but the way our defence played, I take a point for Matthew, another one for Chris. All the teams above us are flying. We are nowhere near them. Well, I don't think we're anywhere near Leeds. I think the golf, although it was only one game, forget the cup game, that was totally different sides. They exposed with frailties. Well, the team today exposed with frailties defensively. We need to start to keep clean sheets. We got one last week. Solbrand stayed in goal. But the goals and the balls they were whipping in, they whipped in balls with quality from left and right. We didn't. We never get many good balls for Doak on the right, and we get none for the left. Terrible defence. That's Angelo. Paul Ronald says, evening Bernie, evening Paul. What can I say? We were garbage today. Can't pass, can't defend. No leader in the pitch to calm things down. We were the dad's army in defence. This team will not get promoted. Not a chance. So Paul's putting it on the table saying we ain't going to get promoted. I still wouldn't write us off, but we really seriously... Leader, one guy out there to lead us. And by the way, I always use the word fanning about the back, and I'll stick to it. We never fannied about the back today. I've never seen any of that, which was refreshing. I thought, wow. But we still conceded goals, just with bad defending. We didn't fanny about defending, we were just bad defensively. We were letting them getting balls in the box. There was players slipping in vital positions. And balls getting whipped in between the keeper and our defence, all facing their own goal, and the guy's nicked in. I think you get 2 goals like that. Why does he put the subs on so late? Carol and Medley, hi Carol. Only Michael Carrick can answer that. Look, if you put some on late and we won and everything's hunky dory, nobody questions it. But when you get a draw, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But Michael Carrick does what he thinks is right. He's not doing it to upset people, or he's doing what he thinks is right. I mean, I don't think he's right chopping and changing the team every week. I know everybody else does it, but we don't have to do it. We don't need to be a sheep-like figure and say, oh, let's do what everybody does. I put a tweet on during the week on my social network. I watched the Newcastle United in the cup competition against Brentford, and I looked at the team, and the manager of Newcastle, he had put the exact same team out as played in the league game. And don't forget, Newcastle are 12. They're huffing and puffing, not in a great time in the Premier League. That's the be-all and end-all, and that's a far superior league than the Championship. But he played the same team. Now, I found that refreshing, that here was a manager up the road doing that no other manager does. We keep hearing, oh, fatigue and the data, and we need to leave him out, and he's tired, and he never. And they're in the top flight. And I hope they go and win the cup. If you keep playing the strongest team, I hope they win it. Because if you neglect something, you deserve to get dumped out of the cup. We neglect it, we get dumped out. It's an excuse. It's bullshit. I don't buy into it. Everybody does it, but that doesn't mean it's right. Newcastle played the strongest team, won handsomely. Liverpool messed about, almost got caught. Who was the other mob that changed it? Had about 7 or 8 changes. Arsenal, 7 or 8 changes, went 1-0 down. Yeah, they found it a bit difficult as well. But Newcastle, fair play to the manager. Doesn't he fall? He's a shepherd, not a sheep. He made decisions, keeping the same team, heard all this baloney, and that's what it is. But I do not know, as a coach, I don't know how you get respect from players when you drop them when they're doing well. I don't get it. I mean, like lad come off the bench today, look like a firecracker in there, bang, goal, come on, he's giving it that more aggression than anybody out there. And yet he's on the bench, and he scored the winner last week. I think it justifies common sense, and I don't know how you can get respect off players when you're dropping them and they're playing well. Don't get it. Disappointed with a point, Bernie. Keith Williams. Wham! Against one of the worst teams in the league. I put Jones on the left, give teams something to think about. Chris Andrews. Do you know what I mean? You're right, Chris. You could do a lot worse than that. I'll be honest as well. Jones, I mean, he's not going to get in the right. Doak's, the last couple of games, Doak's been iffy. Not really been at it. Teams have found out now, they know that's the way we go. Jones on the left for a wee spell may upset a few teams. Thinking, hold on a minute, Jones, he's still got the trickery. I'll tell you who caught my eye during the week. Jed Spence. Remember Jed Spence we had? Got rid of him, went to Tottenham. Conte says I don't want him. Conte ended up getting the sack not so long after that, but because you're not meant to, because we know that managers stroke coaches don't bring players in, it's other people, and Conte right away went the next day, I didn't want him. And then he shipped him out and get rid of him. But anyway, he's been here, there and everywhere. He's come back, and by God, he looks up here, upper body. He's probably matured. You know, I think he had a bit of a swagger and big time Charlie attitude. I think that's probably gone now, and I'm sure Postecoglou would knock it out of him. But he's back in the side. The last 2 games I've watched him, strong as an ox, full back, left and right he's played. Fast, direct, creates goals. Handful. Defending was awful, Benny. Tony Wedley. Couldn't keep chickens out of pen. Couldn't keep chickens out of pen. That's how bad we were defensively. Don't forget, this team are hopeless defensively, and well, going forward they're not great. But they let like 42 goals in before today in 20 league games. Now it's 45 and 21. 45 goals have conceded this lot. So I expected us to score, but I didn't expect us to concede 3. When I seen them going 3-2, I thought, well, this is just typical Borough. It's the same old. I was told that when I first arrived. Oh, Borough always down before the decorations, huff and puff, and struggle against the minnows. Well, they're the minnows. We struggled again today. Defence is shocking. Leaking goals are going to cost us for Steve Daly. David Whittaker says the worst team in the league, to be correct. Yeah, well, there you are. Okay, the worst team in the league. Yeah, the other worst team in the league. Are the bottom now? They were the second bottom going into today's game. Yeah, but Rooney's under pressure. He's under the cosh. Bruno's a great player, don't get me wrong. But his team played with a bit of character. They were hopeless defensively. They were on a par with us. As I say, you couldn't separate the teams. Paul Nicholas says, we concede far too many goals, far too inconsistent, drop far too many points against teams below us. McGree doesn't look interested, no natural leader on the pitch. And if we want to finish in the top 6, we can't keep dropping points against the bottom sides. We were shocking today. So Paul's having none of it despite being 1-0 down, 2-1 down, 3. I get it. I was frustrated. They're a poor side. And how they get 3 against it? Well, I know how they get 3 because it's bad defending and the service was good in their part. But we were caught ball watching and rooted and slipping in bad positions. Some of the passing first half was off. First 15 minutes we were in total control. Had all the ball. Didn't do a lot with it, but had all the ball. And I thought, oh, we're going to batter them. But no, I should know better. Leaving your best player on the bench is indeed odd. A point away from home is a great result anywhere in that league. Well, we always say that, but sometimes you look at the opposition being rock bottom and think, is it a great point against Plymouth Argyle? I see the doom and gloom merchants are here in force. Oh, Chris, you're easily pleased. I'm a connoisseur. I like the good things. And against a team like Plymouth, I've been here long enough to know that it doesn't always go that way. And professionally, you know, you can't take things for granted. But we must have been confident. You must have been confident we'll go down there and we'll beat them. I'm not saying stuff them, hammer them, but we'll go there and beat them. We'll get enough to come out with 3 points, but we never. But leaving your best player on the bench is indeed odd. So you've no say who. I take it you're referring to Latte Laugh. Yeah, I think it's odd. As I say, it's the way everybody manages, coaches. They all do it. They all do it. But why do they do it? What are they getting out of it? It just creates, I reckon it creates behind the scenes. So if I score like Latte Laugh last week and then I'm on the bench, I'm turning to a few of the lads I'm close to saying, this is some kind of joke. I'm on the bench again. I scored the winner last week. I've got 7-8 goals and I'm on, it's a joke. And then I'm starting to wind other people, you're poisoning other people. You're not out to poison them, but you're only telling them how you're feeling because of your pals. And your pals are sympathising with you. I don't think it's a good thing, mate. As I say, we keep doing it and carry, like every other coach except the Newcastle coach, keep chopping and changing. That's what your gut is telling you to do. Keep going for it, and we're still in 6th, but I think that'll be short-lived because, as I say, Watford's got a game in hand. I think they get beat today, did they? But they've got a game in hand, could jump above us. West Brom, I've got a game in hand and could go level ways. So, but we're still in there. We're still sitting pretty. Azaz non-existent. No, he wasn't in it, Mark. And Hackney, who should have scored 2, or Hackney missed a sitter, yeah. Before his goal, ball got played for the left side on a plate. Goal at his mercy. He's got a clean hit. He's about 12 yards out, and he's miscued it by the right hand post. Yeah, you're right. That was a bad miss. Should have scored 2. Struggled to pass on many occasions. Yeah, the passing was a bit iffy again. Michael Goody say this team cannot defend, always letting in easy goals. They attack us on the left and right wing. Yeah, down our right side, left back and company. I'll tell you what. What goal was it? It was one of the goals that came down the flank, and Doak, he doesn't chase the guy. Doak's a great player, been brilliant. But you just see him, he's got a chance to go and catch him, and he doesn't. He puts the brakes on, and the fullback's out of position, and they end up getting the ball, and it's a goal. So there's, yeah. You can sit here and cherry pick and nitpick all day, but the goals we conceded were poor. Our defence at times is piss poor for Colin, he's not messing about. 3 words not good enough, Leslie. And Leslie, you said we'd won the day and you never go for Borough. We need to win the next home game. Do you agree, Bernie? Oh yeah, Andrew, without a doubt. Home, we want to, every home game, we should turn it into a fortress and make sure, or try our damnedest, and I'm sure we do, to take 3 points every home game and then pick up points on our travels. Matt Scott says, glad for Howson's goal after his practice shot 2 minutes previously. Oh yeah, he did have a, yeah, you're right. Plymouth put the crosses in with absolute no hesitation, and we couldn't defend them. We hesitate and get blocked, as with Paul Nicholas. Blocked a lot off the line. Terrible defending, Ian. Colin, Leeds and Sheffield United score 4 and 2 and never conceded a goal because they're organised within a system of play. But here we are. We keep chopping and changing. Yeah, when I played in a top defence, well, that top went into the top flight of the First Division, but we kept the same defence. You used to take forwards off regular and wingers, maybe the odd midfielder, but defenders never really get changed. But we had Parkinson, Cooper, Mowbray, Pallister. Set in stone in the main, barring injury or catastrophe. That was always the side. But we've had different goalkeepers in, different right backs for different reasons, different left backs, different centre backs. And this is throughout the season. Surely, if you want cohesion and you want to become telepathic, you need to play the same players every week. And when you're winning, you carry on playing the same team. As I say, I've been in dressing rooms. Players can accept when they're out the team. If so-and-so's doing well, in my position, I'm on the bench, I just need to bite the bullet. I don't like it, but I need to think, well, he's doing the business, I can't get in at the minute. And I think players, that's the way you get players on your side and respectful. I just think players, there's a lot of respect. Right now, the more I see Latty Laugh on the bench, I think, wow, how would that feel in his boots? Couldn't handle it. I'd blow a gasket. But Latty Laugh comes off the bench, he's like unbelievable pace, power, goal, try to lift everybody. But I think the more he's on the bench, he's off. I can't see for the life of me why you would leave him on the bench. Conway's done well goal-wise, but if I had to pick between Conway and Latty Laugh, it'd be Latty Laugh. Why? Because he scored 19 goals last season. He scored 7 or 8 this season. He's the top boy. Conway's still a novice with Middlesbrough than Latty Laugh. So Latty Laugh should be number 1 every time he should be in. We need a better left back for Ian to just no messing. Paul, I agree. Chris Atherton says, I don't get why, even though he's out of form, play Doak and Jones on either wing. Makes us less predictable and gives opposition defences 2 pacey players to think about. Yeah, somebody mentioned that, Chris, and I wouldn't disagree with that. It's something different. Rooney is a donut. and we couldn't beat his side. Why can't we defend under Carrick? Hello, Bernie. That's for Steve. That's for Steve. Another one's Astrophobia at 88 or something. Hello, Bernie. Borges isn't good enough. Really poor player. Borges. Look, Borges. I tell you what, he got no help for the guy in front of him. McGree was. I never seen McGree, honestly. I never heard the commentator say his name. Honestly, I had to check. Was I right when I put the team down? Was he playing? And I'm checking again. He was playing. I never seen him have a shot. I never seen him having a cross. I never seen him winning a tackle. I never seen him. Well, I did when he got taken off. Now that's sad, because this guy, when he first came, was unbelievable. I thought he's going to be a star, him. And here's the thing, how does McGree just walk back in the team? Buzzog done well. Why does he just walk in the team? He's not fought for a place, he's been handed it. As I say, I don't know how Carrick and coaches up and down the country get respect to the players. I don't know how they get it. I wouldn't respect somebody that didn't admire my talent and what I was doing, and for his benefit as well as mine, and just push me aside for a game or two. Spence has taken his chance and has played really well. Chris, yeah, Jed Spence, as I say, we're flipping it. Excuse me. Jed Spence, I just seen with Tottenham, and I thought, yeah, I heard he was a bit of a big time Charlie when at the Borough and went off the rails a bit, and went to Forest, did very well, got promotion, and posed in the bathroom with a cigar, had a go at Neil Warnock had a bite back, and went abroad because he gets shifted out of Tottenham. Now he's back, he's in that team, and I don't think anybody will dislodge him at Tottenham if he plays like he has done the last 2 games. What do you think of that save? I told you to watch on match today, fella keeper. Oh, Leslie, I've no time, man. Buzzog and Latte Laugh should have started as well. Well, yeah, Buzzog. As I say, McGree just walked in the team. Conway's walked in the team. You see, the modern game is full of it. I get freshening things up, but the key to success for me, and Carrick's best season ever, I've said it here before, was his first season. He never messed about with the team. He never did anything like that. Last season he done it. First 7 games, never won a game. Turbulent, up and down, missed out. This year, he's doing the same thing. We're still sitting pretty, but I fear that keep messing people about and 1 or 2 get pissed off and they leave in the summer, that could be the end of it for the season. I worry about January, I really do. But I always play bad against the bottom teams. Yeah, but Ian, the players that's playing these days don't know the history of the club. Some of them couldn't tell you who certain players are. So surely they don't know anything about that. But they're going out there and they're putting in performances like the old boys, like when I played. I was the same, I played in Borough teams, you used to think, oh, Sutton United in the FA Cup will beat them. Took us like two games in extra time to beat them. The Dale rotation is ruining this team. Carrick must see these tactics don't work for this team. A regular lineup each week, unless of injury, will make us consistent on the pitch. Not to say, Steve, but Carrick's no different from the majority of coaches. They all do it. I don't know why they all do it, but they all do it. As I mentioned about 10 minutes ago, the Newcastle United manager, brilliant, admirable, kept the same team in the league, in the Premier League, the top flight, arguably the biggest league in the world, the most difficult. He's 12th in the division. He's not set the head of the light in the Premier. And he's thought, do you know what? I'm still going to put my strongest team out in the win. And well done to him. So he's proved to me he ain't a sheep. Defence-wise, asleep at the wheel, Timmy. Not good enough, the worst team in the league, and they tortured us. That was embarrassing, Stephen. Yeah, going forward they did. At times they did, they opened us up. Hello Bernie, Borges and... I've read that, sorry. We beat Oxford 6-2. Colin would be up for 6-2. Chris Andrews, he always wants to play one up front. That's another prob. Every team does it. Just play Conway and Latty. What is the prob with Carrick? Again, all these coaches go and get the coaching badges. And none of them come out and think outside the box. They all do the same things. And by the way, did I hear the day talking about thinking about outside the box? Did I hear that Man City get beat again today? Dear me. What is that? 1 in 11? 1 in 12? What is it? Shows you, you've got all the money, all the greatest players in the world, and everything's hunky-dory. You still have to coach them. You need to get them motivated to get that, but it ain't happening now. I personally think the Pep thing now is worn out because the players know his makeup. They know what makes him tick. You know, when he's motivating you or when he's having a go at you, they know all about him now. Now it's obviously not working. And he's forever chopping and changing. And then he turns and says one player, or so-and-so's injured, the star player. What a load of old toss that is. They've got a 40-man squad. Daniel Graham says, your thoughts on Borges? When I watch Borges, I've not really seen it. I'm being brutally honest. I think the lad tries his socks off. But in front of him, he keeps changing. And the players aren't helping him. As I say, McGree today left him wide open. There was no cover. And over the weeks, there's been other players left him wide open, no cover. So he's not getting a lot of help for his teammates. But Borges, no, I've not seen it as yet, being honest. The left side, Bazog puts a shift in when he's on. But I think the left side could do with a shake-up. Danny McGain says, Borough desperately need an old-fashioned left wing like Stewie Ripley, well, he was a right winger, would give us a bit of balance and outlet. Oh, without a doubt. What does I say, if you've got Dalton one wing, surely you must have a similar player of similar talent on the left. Better pace, trickery, strength, direct, deliveries. But we've not. And opposing teams know that. They'll just say, look, down that side, fairly easy to cope with. Down the right side, Dalton's a handful. It depends who's behind him, whether it's Ayling or Dick Steele. But we need to be at our best there. But Darren says, good night, everyone. God bless. You all have a great Christmas and New Year. Thanks, Bernie. Have a great Christmas. Stay safe and well. You're a legend. Darren, have a great Christmas. Cheers, mate. He's got his bed early. He must be Santa Claus delivering the presents. Hi, Bernie. Slowly, the fans' patience running out with the manager, Matty Hills. No, listen. It never crosses my mind, oh, Michael Carrick, get him out. It never crosses my mind that. I just think sometimes I admire stubbornness, I admire pig-headedness. I'd be the same myself. I go with my gut and what I believe in, not what everybody's trying to tell me to believe in. But it can be costly at times. But if we don't finish top 6 this season with a 28-man squad and a lot of decent players and goal scorers, and we've been proved to score goals, it'll be failure. We don't make top 6, it's failure this season. Everybody, I think, is as clear as that. There'll be a few at the door if we don't make top 6. But Carrick's sticking to his beliefs and his style and his strengths, and going forward and exciting is part of his DNA, and I get that and I appreciate that. But defensively hopeless. I look at Tottenham, by God, they're the best team on the planet to watch. I love them, I'm edge of my seat. The football's... I hear fans in national radio having a go at Son, and I think, you're idiots, you're off your head. Son, amazing, scored over 100 goals, he's still scoring goals, still creating, fast as, everybody's on his case. And then they've had crap managers, boring managers like Mourinho and Conte and many others, and then you got a manager like Postecoglou who's ultra exciting, but they're having a go, they let goals, they do, but they score more than opposition. Scored 4 against City. Scored 5 at Southampton. 4 the other night against Man United. The Tottenham fans are off their rocker as well. They want to come up here and get a bit of fresh air. Matt Scott says, Bernie, thank you so much once again for your time and amazing enthusiasm. You're a true gem. Have a peaceful Christmas to Matt Scott. All the best. Cheers, Matt. Thank you very much. Cheers. Hey, few people we got to parties. I'm going to a party tonight. It's my mate Tony Wedlake's 50th birthday party. And we're going to celebrate that. And then we're watching the big fight. Big fight tonight. Who am I going? Who? I don't know. I won't be gambling anyway. Matt Watts says, Woodgate, one of the best natural defenders of his generation, without a doubt. Yet does he coach defenders? Can't progress unless the back is solid. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think clubs could get rid of defenders now. Because the way defenders used to defend, they don't do that now. As I say, it's all this fanning about the back. We didn't do it today. So can I mention that today? Our goals today were not down. Leeds United, after the initial goal Leeds scored, the next two, once we get back in the game, we fannied about and we got off the hook once or twice, and then we kept doing it and we get done twice. So that was the reason we get beat at Leeds. We didn't know how to shut it up, how to kill the game. We kept trying to play pretty stuff in the wrong areas and we get done. Today wasn't about messing about. We just get done because on the way, on the both full-backs were getting torn apart. Do you think we were missing Aaron Danks? I think he was a massive part of the staff. You're talking about the coach. Possibly, it's hindsight. Again, I didn't watch training sessions, so I don't really know the answer. But regarding, when I look at the likes of Tottenham and Middlesbrough and a lot of these teams that play well going that way but can't defend, I always think, why do we need defensive coaches? Why is it? Defensive coaches, because we don't defend right. It's all about messing. If you're a proper defensive coach, you don't mess about at the back. You don't fanny about the back, take chances, risks. You don't do that. You don't invite pressure. So I don't really know what the modern defensive coach does. Maybe Latty's away, that's why Conway getting the nod. Well, Timmy, this has happened throughout the season. Well, okay, you look Latty laugh. Excuse me. Latty laugh. Come January, he could be off. Who's that benefiting? It's benefiting him. You get more money, you get a better deal, and he'll probably be in the team more regular because they've paid a lot of money for him. It's benefit to the guys at the top because they're in charge of the financial structure of the club, knows what's going on, so it'll be good for them. Who does it affect? It affects the players, it affects Metal Carrick, and it affects the fans, and it affects our chances of getting promotion. So if that was to happen, what kind of message does that send out? No matter who we lose, if our intent is to get promotion, or in the top 6 to try and get promotion, or top 2, whatever, we can not let anybody go in January, but my gut still says we will, and we won't replace them. That's what I think. But even if so, okay, then you let Latty Laugh go January, you get a boatload of money, you do invest in somebody. We don't really know who they are. They might take 6 months to a year to settle in. Well, by that time, our chances of promotion have gone. Time they settle in, nestle in, season could be over. So, and the word in the street, it's pie in the sky. It's people just putting 2 and 2 together, maybe getting 5. Jones isn't happy. Well, if Jones is happy, then he's no professional. He shouldn't be happy because he's not been doing it, and now he knows that he's got a real fight in his hand. Jones is on a permanent contract, and alone he's keeping him out. That makes it more damaging. And Jones now, I think, set his tether. He's thinking, you know what, I'm never going to get in. And he's right in thinking that, as long as his dope's there. He's not going to get in. So what's his future? So his future might be away. Steve Davis says, all the best winning teams keep the same lineup. This European tactics is bollocks, fanning about at the back. Well, as I say, I watched Middlesbrough, obviously, and I've seen us doing it numerous time and time again. We've got off the hook, and then we get done, then you get done again. I watched Leeds United game, the 2 goals we gave away when it was 1-1, back in the game, messed about, fannied about, let 2 goals in. I watched Celtic against Rangers, Celtic first goal, fanning about, Rangers score, done again. Then I watched Tottenham Hotspur midweek, and by God, they were 2 of the worst goals I've ever seen conceded. The keeper gets it, Time he looks up, it's in the back of the net. The guy's put his foot out, he's went to kick it, it's blocked it, it's at the roof of the net. Next one he gives away straight to the lad. Another one. What are we doing? When are we going to stop this nonsense? It's a fad. It's somebody mentioned it. Oh, well, Pep it was, wasn't it? We'll do this. We'll get a keeper that plays it for the back. We'll fanny about and we'll play around them. And we're not very good at it. And you know what? I'm getting to the stage now, irrespective of who it is, if it's my boyhood hero Celtic or Middlesbrough, the team that I support and played for. When we fanny about and it goes in the net, I think, fucking deserve it. That's what I think now. I think you deserve it. If there's nobody out there can take responsibility, Johnny Howson or an alien when he's fit or whoever, a guy of authority and who's been in the game, turns around and says, we ain't doing it now. We're not doing it. I'll take the rap. I'll have a word with Carrick. We just stop doing it now. It's nonsense. It's not happening. But we don't. We just keep doing it. Man City are losing because teams are attacking them rather than sitting back, letting them play the pretty football and then go one and start chasing. Well, I think it's more to do with familiarity. The players all know his makeup. They all know what he's all about. Pep's never been in a position where he's getting beat regular. This is where he should really prove his worth. Try Pep going to Hartlepool or whatever. Dick Steele played really well today. I'd play him over Ailing even when Ailing is fit. Well, I think he'll still be playing the next game because I think Ailing's still out. Do you think missing Aaron? No, you mentioned that, sorry. Bazog needs a run in the team with Latty up front. Do you know, well, what would you do with Azaz then? Are you going to leave Azaz out? Because if you play the 8, where does Azaz play? Azaz is number 10, isn't he? I'll be honest, I think Bazog could do a job up front. He gives you something different. He's taller than the other lads, like Conway and Latty Laughing Co. He's taller, he's more aggressive, he's strong, he backs in, he can hold the ball up better. Can he get the goals? Only time would tell, but I don't think he's a left winger by trade. I think he's stuck at that to try and do a job and he does his best. I think he's an honest lad, but I'd like to see him up the middle as well. Poor defensive display, Bernie. Fastly, we've been mentioning that since 5 o'clock. Too many players going through the motions. But the thing is, I don't know. On the tail, I don't look and think they're going through the motions. I just think they can't defend. They're too nice to each other. Leadership. Bro, let's leave you get in there. Oh, that carry on. Well, it's not carry on, it's real. But don't do it. We just accept it. Oh, they do this and they throw their hands in the air. I mean, was it the second or third goal they scored? I think it was third. They got the left. They whip it in. And there's 3 or 4 of our players. This is a goal here. And there's 3 or 4 of our players in front of the goal kit. And the lad just nicks in between them. Gets it in, puts it in the roof of the net. And we all give it this. They weren't surely saying it was offside. It wasn't offside. Not that I know about offside. Colin Fry says, Kieran Scott, in an interview I watched a while back, says, if we don't finish top 6, it would be a failure. Well, fair play to him for being honest, because that's what I say. And why is it failure? Because Michael Carrick says 2 months ago, this is the best squad of players he's ever had. And we've got 28-man squad, and nobody's left as yet. So, no making top 6. Somebody should ask Michael Carrick that. I'm sure Carrick would say that. If I was in charge now, even now, right after today's game, I'd say, yeah, if we don't finish 6, it's failure. Of course it is. We've all said, and recruitment's been quite good. You know, people have been critical of recruitment in the past. Recruitment's been good. Van der Berg's been cruise through games, unbelievable. Edmondson, today, not so good, but he did well as a lone player. Conway's come in, he's delivered scoring goals. Big Bazog's looked a handful when given an opportunity. Obviously, the left back's huffed and puffed up to now. Yeah, top 6. He thinks we're the old man is carried all about rotation, rotation pathetic. Pathetic. I think he means pathetic. Hey, Chris, but they're all the same. The coaches all think the same. I've seen it on here over the weeks, the months, Every team in the cup abuses cup competitions. By that I mean they play shadow sides, the lesser side. Oh, we'll give him we'll give wee Johnny a run out, we'll give so and so. So they do that. Corner kicks against. Once upon a time there used to be 2 up front and they'd have to put 3, 4, including the keeper, defensively. None of these do that. Every player goes in the box now. We all defend in our own box now defensively. It's just boring. We all mess about the back. Let's all mess about the back. Everybody does it. We're not very good at it, but we all follow because we're sheep, like figures. It's garbage. It's predictable. It's boring. I'm not talking about today, but I'm talking about over the board. All the teams do the same thing, and 98% of them are hopeless at doing it. Bernie, I'm off. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Timmy, all the best. Have a glass of Iron Brew for me. Azaz is hit and miss Steve Daly. Well, Azaz, as I kept saying, I never seen anything in Azaz the opening 11 games. Couldn't see it. He made a few, but I still couldn't see really what he had. And then he started banging a few goals. I think he got 5 or 6. And I thought, yeah, hey, he's creating and scoring. Well done. He had to score for me. He's been off the ball the last couple of games, but he's still proved what he's got. And at least he's proved what he's got. He's not still going through a patch where he's not scoring and you're thinking, he's going to score a goal. If you're number 10, you need to score goals. Push your foot about the back, laugh out, not fanning about. Fanning about. Look up in the dictionary, fanning, what fanning means. That's my terminology, coming from north of the border. Where have all the hard men gone from the game? Always played 4-4-2, hard men and playmate and centre midfield, left and right wingers, 2 up front, playing off each other, bring back the 80s, or the 89s. As I say, it's just like, it's a fad. It'll go back to something else. Many, many years ago, you used to play a sweeper. The younger generation, I don't mean that to you, 2 centre-backs, and this guy here was a sweeper. Yeah, a sweeper. Used to play behind the 2 centre-backs. And then that got torn out, and then they played 3 centre-backs, and then it was 2 centre-backs with one guy in front of them, a reverse sweeper. It changes, it's fads, somebody does it, everybody does it, man, let's do that. Nobody thinks for themselves. As I say, we don't like the Geordies. I like the Geordie Peter, I don't like the Geordie team. The Geordie manager in the cup, for me, brilliant. Same team in the league, same team in the cup. No bullshit, no spin, no I'm giving them a rest. Oh, I have to play, I have to do that. No, none of that. He went for it. And they won. Chris Andrews, I've been thinking that for weeks now, and he can defend. When McGree plays in front of Borges, this is for Brian Days, we get run ragged. Yeah, as I say, McGree today did not help the lad. So let's be fair. If Borges is having a bad time, he's going to have a worse time because the guy in front's not helping him. But McGree I did not see. If you watch the game, tell me before we go, did you see McGree today? And did you see him doing anything of any quality where you go, by the way? And how did he get back in the team? How does he get back in the team? What has he done to prove his worth to get back in the side? Over Brazil? What has he done? Steve Daly said he meant 80s. Right, I'll read a few of these so I've got a wee break, that's good. Looks like another mediocre season, another missed opportunity. No, I think it's too early to say that, Mark, but Sedan says, I see Borough are looking to tie down Edmondson. Would be a great signing. Would you agree, Bernie? Excuse me if I had a cold. No, as I said to a previous, Edmondson's done well, don't get me wrong. I didn't think it was good today. Possibly could have been a penalty against us. He slipped in a vital position for one of the goals. But we're well stocked in that area. You know, Dan, we've got Fry, Clark, Vandenberg, we've got Lenihan, I know he's injured, but that's 4 centre-backs when all fit. How many centre-backs do we need? We've not got 5 centre-forwards. How about investing centre-forwards, 10 minutes? Left wingers, left backs. They're vital positions. Jack says, come on then, Bernie, will that laugh at one of our big dogs leaving January? And if so, what kind of message would that send out? I think I mentioned it, Jack. If we let one of them go, it sends out negative vibes to the players, to the coaches, to the fans. As say there's only 2 winners, is like laughing at the club. the top boys at the club, the money men. Everybody else suffers. And yeah, it's like ambition. If we let one of our big players go in the vital stage of the season, i.e. January window, when we're still sitting in that top 6 or round about, then I just think the ambitions evaporate. And will evaporate. Colin Fry says, I think McGree has the most assists, but not 100%, as he's missed a lot of games. No, this season he's not, Colin. Definitely not this season. And he didn't play that much last season. Dokes made 5. I think Dokes created 5 this season, scored 1. Tom says, no surprise, more changes today. Bazog, Ailing, Latilaf out. Well, obviously, Ailing was injured. Latilaf, as I say, Bazog. Their shirts have just been handed over to somebody else. Nobody's won it, they've just been handed it. Mickey says, Bazog dropped from McGree. Wow. John says, Latilaf and Jones spent more time on the bench than they have in the park this season. Fair play. Jolly says, good to see Saul remaining in goal today over Dieng. And what about Dieng? Yeah, I thought, yeah, well done. Keeping Saul in goal. I think he deserves it. Still, people are saying to me, is Saul Bryn, he's better than Dieng. No, he's not better than Dieng. Dieng's like a seasoned pro, played hundreds of games, he's been in our team regular. He's a lot of great games. He's like most keepers, he has the odd howler here and there. But Saul played only a handful of games, but played well. Once Saul plays 20, 30, 40 games, then you would say, tell you what, he's better than Dieng. But at the minute, he's not better than Dieng, but he deserves to be in there in merit. Cole says, Jones and Latilaf won't be here much longer. Well, that's what everybody's saying and mentioning and thinking. And we can all see why we're thinking it. And this is what I'm intrigued to see what happens in January. So Latilaf was supposedly, reportedly, this is the press, I don't read the press, I hear tattle, see bits in social network. The story was, Latilaf was heading off, was it Ipswich she was going to heading off, pastures new, club had agreed, player was on his way for talks, they all broke down, he wasn't travelling with Middlesbrough for the game, and ended up, when he did travel because the negotiations broke down for whatever reason, we'll never know why, and he ended up on the bench that day. Then it came out, don't know who brought it out, saying that the club, our club, Middlesbrough, our club, said that they didn't let him go because they didn't have a replacement. Okay then, so if we let Latilaf go in January and we don't get a replacement, that's a load of old bullshit. That'll just be pokey pies, won't it? So, and if we let Latilaf go, do I believe we'll bring in a replacement? No, I don't. But I can't see for the life of me letting Latilaf go. The problems it will cause, as I say, for the players, the coaches. If I'm a coach and you're letting a player of Latilaf's out go out the door for money that you might not spend, bank, or don't replace them, and you're weakening my CV as a coach, and you're weakening my team for promotion. So there's nothing beneficial or profitable to the coach if that's the case. But you know by now, hopefully you do, and I know, that coaches have very slight says in who goes and who comes in. Out of their control. But Bob says, Carrick is like all the other coaches, chops and changes just for the sake of it. Jojo says, Finn Azaz, former Plymouth player, he's done well for us up to today. Stan says, every team, knows Borough are lopsided. Well, I mentioned that. Yeah, everything goes down the right. Whether it's Ailing or Dick Steele and Dope in the main in front, they're going to create a wee bit of havoc for the opposition. On the left, irrespective of who's left back, who's outside left, there's no guarantees that we're going to upset opposition or tear people to shred down that left and create things. The stats tell you otherwise. Danovich. We couldn't survive in the Premiership. We get humiliated every game. I think. Look, it's like Scottish teams, and I agree with that. But it's like Scottish teams. Celtic and Rangers are the two biggest clubs in Scotland. Great fan bases, amazing fan bases. They play an English team once, twice European competitions, like Rangers got a draw against Spurs, and I watched it and they were far superior in Spurs. One-off games the Scottish teams could do over the course of the season. I think they would struggle big time, both of them. They wouldn't get anywhere. And I think it's us, if we play the big team, which we have done, played Chelsea the first leg and we beat them here and we turned it on. We beat Spurs in the cup here. Big Coburn, who's got a metatarsal and he's with Millwall at the minute. One-off games, the Championship team can do it against the Premier, but if once you're in the Premier, the whole dynamics change, the environment changes, the quality levels change, and then you get found wanting. And I agree. I don't think all the players how many would be Premiership class. You don't know. You never know. But there wouldn't be a lot. Well, we've seen the last Borough team up, everybody was saying, oh, he's going to do the business, he's going to do the business. We only 3 did the business. And I watched every game. There was only 3 done it. So you can surmise who's going to do it, but it's a tough call. As I say, Aitor Karanka got Borough promoted. Everybody raved, oh, we'll do this and do that. Yeah, we did nothing. 4 wins. In a season, 4 wins. That's embarrassing. And I think a lot of my mates are like that. They don't want to get promoted because they know that is a possibility. As I've already said, if manager has you first on the team sheet each week, you will gain respect. Drop me every week. Otherwise, other week damages your confidence. I'd personally be open for a move away. That's what I'm saying, Steve. The more that lasts on the bench, the more that his adrenaline levels are getting higher. And he's thinking, oh, I want out of here. And he's really, if I can have a chance to get on here, score a goal, I'm getting out of here. And every goal he's scoring, and every time he's on the bench, he's getting nearer the door. As I say, it never happened. We don't know the reason. You take it, it'll be money. For sure it'll be money. Good game today, Connor Suttle. Good game today. It was good to watch. If you were a neutral, it would have been a good game to watch, without a doubt. Matt Witter says, even Burnley defensively were atrocious, mate. No chance of promotion because of it too. Yeah, Matt's just a late joiner. I'm finished now. This is the last one. Every team knows Borough lopsided. Yeah, everyone comes down the right side. Very little damage gets done down their right side or left. Well, listen, thank you very much. Sorry for rushing. We're going to a 50th party. 50th birthday party. No, it's not mine. I've still to hit that. Thanks to GRS Installation, Heroes Legends, Smith & Friends Estate Agents, Dovecock, Cleveland Systems Engineering, Advanced Utility Solutions, TGM Cars and Cornerstone. Yeah, have a great weekend. I'm off anyway, Bernie, for a drink and boxing. Hope you and the family have a good Christmas. And you, Astro. Missed the stream due to being busy. Simple rule in football. Stopped the cross. I felt like smashing my TV up watching it. Yeah, I've been through about 4 televisions this season. Yeah, so have a great Christmas. Don't eat too many mince pies. Don't have too many glasses of sherry. And this Monday, I've got part 1, Kelma Hanlon. You remember Kelma Hanlon? Haha, and old as you feel, mate. See you, Bernie. Have a good Christmas. Cheers, Steve. Cheers, Mark. Kelma Hanlon, former Borough goalkeeper. He was a guy that dislodged Jim Platt. Jim Platt was a great goalkeeper for Middlesbrough. Played 500 games for the Borough. Northern Ireland International. Went to 2 World Cups. Obviously, Platty was 30 odd, and Kelm was a young goalkeeper. Some good stories. I didn't know when he was at Middlesbrough. He had a death threat. Anyway, you need to listen to the podcast. So Monday, part 1, Kelma Hanlon will be on my podcast. Have a great Christmas, and we'll talk to you the next game. I don't know what day it is. See you later, up the Borough. Good point. No, not against the worst team in the league. See you later. Cheers. Thank you.